Hi everyone, this is Lauren from the LKS Address. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we're going to be kicking off our kitchen renovation. We're going to start it out with a full tour of our kitchen, and we're going to talk about some of our pain points and the things we want to change, which we're going to address later in this video and show you our proposed design and walk you through all of that too. So let's get to it. One of the first things we knew that we were going to change is that this kitchen has an eat and dining area, and you know, forever it's gonna be Cam and I. We don't really need two dining areas, so we'll be moving our table into the dining room and we'll be extending out our kitchen island to replace this table. So the kitchen island will start there and it will end here. This is gonna be like more of an informal seating area for us, but we think it's gonna like really fill up the space better and like kind of just connect the kitchen more to the family room, which we're really looking forward to. We've never felt like this slider was really gonna fit in with the new look of our kitchen, so we've had a new slider on order for 4 months now. It's going to get installed very soon, and we're really excited because this slider, I can barely open it. It's very rough. It's a little beat up, and we are not really particularly fond of the white look, so rather than just painting it because it's not really that functional, we ordered a new one, and it's gonna get replaced soon. So that will much better reflect the new look of the kitchen. We're really excited to see how that brings life to the space, and like basically everything in this kitchen is going to be replaced by the time we're done, aside from the window over the sink, which we're probably going to spruce up to match our new slider. Another thing that I don't particularly like about this kitchen is that the cabinets end in different areas. So this cabinet ends here. It aligns with the current island, but as you move on the other half of the kitchen, it jogs. So we're going to be extending out this portion of the countertop to the edge here of the slider, and then everything will align perfectly across the kitchen, which will look much cleaner. We're all about clean lines, good planning. The dishwasher is going to remain in the same spot, and the sink is going to remain in the same spot. We are going to hopefully remove all of the soffits in the kitchen, and we're going to replace the cabinets with full height cabinets that run up to the ceiling, which will provide us a lot more storage, which we're looking forward to. Even though this kitchen's pretty big, we don't really have a storage issue as it is, but we really like to cook, so we need a lot of storage. As we move to the range wall, we're going to be getting all new appliances. And another thing about this kitchen that we're not particularly fond of is Cam and I are both very tall people, and all of the lower cabinets are door fronts. And in our condo kitchen, we had all drawers, and it was very functional for us because, for example, like if I want to get a pot out for our range, I have to basically get on my knees and to grab something out. So we're not really fond of that. We cook every single day, so we're going to be doing a nice big set of pot drawers here, and all of the lower cabinets are going to be drawers in this kitchen aside from under the sink. So that's just going to function much better for us. We really like it. We're going to be removing the microwave from above the range because Cam and I don't really use microwave, and if we wanted to use a microwave in the future, we could just put it in our appliance pantry, our future appliance pantry. So we'll be doing a custom range hood up here, built in. It's gonna be 4 feet wide. That'll be a really nice anchor for this wall and like make this more of a feature element rather than just being like straight cabinets wrapping around. So we're looking forward to that. One of my huge pain points with this range and island situation is, first off, like we didn't have an island in our condo. So our kitchen was really open. When I first started cooking in this kitchen, this area between the range and the island is so tight. I think it's less than 3 feet. When you open the stove door, you can barely even get behind it. And I really wanted to change this layout. I wanted to just scrap the whole thing and get rid of it, but not possible. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shift the island up at least a foot, which will provide us like almost 4 feet of clearance here and make this whole thing feel much more open. It'll also, like, you won't have the island behind the sink, you won't have the island behind the fridge, so I think pushing this island up will make everything function much better. Coming over to the existing pantry and refrigerator wall, there's multiple changes that are gonna happen here because of function. So one of my big pain points of this kitchen is that when you open the fridge door, your butt is basically on the island, so it's like you don't really have much room. So what we're going to be doing to fix this is, first off, getting a counter depth refrigerator, which will eliminate this bump out here and make it much more flush. we're also going to be removing the framed-in pantry. So we did this in our condo, and we used a millwork cabinet pantry, which we liked a lot better. It's a lot easier to customize. So this pantry will be demoed. The fridge is going to shift over here. So you'll be able to open the fridge and not have anything behind you. And then this is just going to be our future appliance pantry, which is very exciting. Then as we move over here, this area, since we've lived in this house, has just been a dumping ground for junk. Mail, keys, whatever. We're never gonna use this as like, I'm gonna prep, I'm gonna make food, I'm gonna do anything in this area cooking wise. So we're going to be building this out as a pantry. We're gonna have cabinets on the counter, and this will just be a 4.5-foot section of cabinets and pantry and storage, which is gonna be really nice. And it's gonna function much better than our current pantry, which is super unorganized and does not function well. Lastly, over here at the desk. So this is a staple of a 90s kitchen. We are never going to use this desk to function as a desk, so we'll be changing this area to be a coffee bar and a bar with all of our stemware, wine glasses, alcohol. Really looking forward to this little pop in the kitchen, and it's a really nice element that I think is going to bring the kitchen back around to more of like the entertaining zone. So this will have our bar, we'll have our island that you can sit at, and then that's gonna connect really nice in the future to the family room. So I think in general, this kitchen's just gonna be much more functional once we upgrade it. Now that we've taken a tour of our existing kitchen and we've discussed all of the pain points that we wanna address in our kitchen remodel, before we get into flying through our 3D model and our proposed design of our kitchen renovation, let's walk through some of our biggest inspiration, images, and companies that we reference for our kitchen. We created this curated mood board, and we're going to talk you through some of our favorite inspiration, people, things, materials. So let's get to it. First off, the mood and feel of the kitchen. So for me, one of my favorite inspirations is Duval. They just have this mood to all of their spaces that is amazing. So if we look at this picture, it captures timelessness, really traditional elements such as molding, the lights, but then there's modern materials, there's it's a modern clean look, statement marble, love that. Another person we really look to a lot of inspiration for is obviously Jean Stouffer. We've really referenced this house a lot, the modern Tudor. We like the mix of elements, so it's even though it's very simple and clean, there is that mix of natural elements, and Cam and I enjoy using walnut accents, so this kitchen really helps to show how we can create this timeless design but still have all these elements, natural, simple, but clean, bright, timeless. That's our goal here. For color palette, so in our last kitchen we had a white on white kitchen with a black backsplash to provide some contrast, and this time we wanted to steer very far away from that, but not really, I guess. We just wanted to go with something more natural, so we're gonna be leaning more towards the cream, grayish, putty colors, off-white. This is a really good example, something along the line of this cabinet color and keeping the whole space bright and airy, and then again we're going to use some walnut accents to have that pop. For countertop material, this is a hot topic in our household because we just started shopping for countertops. So I absolutely love the look of marble. Right here we have a Carrara marble, gorgeous, love the natural veining, natural element of it. Versus Cam and I in our last condo had quartz. We're really trying to steer away from that. We're trying to be less predictable but timeless. So this Duval kitchen, oh my god, it just resonates with me. The very statement countertop of the marble, but then also they throw in antiques. They're not afraid to mix and match, and I really love that. This countertop is stunning, and I wish we could have it including the marble sink, but that's not in our budget right now, so let's move on. Another really important element to this kitchen for us is the kitchen island. We did not have an island previously. We have an island right now, and we're really going to expand upon the footprint of the island, so it is going to be this literal center of our kitchen. It's going to take over the kitchen. We really wanted to look at an island that had both cabinetry and seating to provide like more of an informal seating area. So this is a really good example of this island. So on the one end we have the cabinetry and the other end is open with seating. That's what we're leaning towards. And let's see, okay, yeah, this picture was also like our original inspiration for our island. I even love how they do 2 different countertops. Like I think that's really cool to show like the different languages of the island. So really looking forward to having this center piece of our kitchen. And then just in general to talk about some more of the elements that we like on this mood board specifically. Let's say we are trying to make a stove niche statement alcove, and so like let's look at this again for example. So this stove has the hood coming down to the countertop. I really wanted to do something like this, however our stove area is very small and I know that I'm gonna want that valuable counter space on each side of the stove to cook. So we wanted to look at like an option similar to this but not creating that element coming down. So we will be doing more of a statement hood like the one here. We're gonna probably plaster it. It's gonna be wider than our stove and it's really gonna anchor the wall in a nice way because right now that like there is just no focal point in this room. So I think the island will kind of lead yourself to the focal point of the stove with the hood, which will be really nice. Another element we really like is cabinets on top of the countertop. I am obsessed with this. We started to see this as soon as we finished our condo kitchen and I have wanted cabinets on top of the countertop for a long time. So our pantry is going to be constructed like this. Really excited about it, and there are a couple more examples. Oh, this is a Duval kitchen that is literally my favorite kitchen. Also, like here they're showing like a reeded glass, and we're gonna be having that element at our coffee bar, which leads us to our next thing. We have seen a lot of people implementing specific coffee areas, and I am obsessed with coffee, so I had to have that. And we have this desk situation in our current kitchen, which is the perfect opportunity to make a coffee bar. So obviously using Jean Stouffer as inspiration, she makes beautiful coffee bars. Here's a really good example. Now that you have a good idea of all the inspiration that we've taken into consideration while creating our kitchen design, let's fly through our proposed kitchen. I cannot wait to show you. I want to start by saying, like, to preface with this, that I started designing the kitchen the day we moved in the house. I really wanted to marinate on it, live in the kitchen, and really feel out like what was going to work best for Cam and I. So this has been an evolution over the last few months. We've lived in the house almost 6 months now, and we've slowly been just ironing out all the details and just, you know, continuing to collect inspiration. So it's been a evolving thing, and where it's ended up, like, we're really proud of it and we cannot wait to see it come to life. Now let's walk through the kitchen at eye level. So we're walking in the main entrance to our kitchen from our hallway, stair, mudroom, front door. This is the future view. We've got our new slider, the big island coming at you across the whole kitchen, grounding it. Okay, and now we're gonna walk back and look at the kitchen from the other side, which this is kind of like looking at the kitchen from the family room. This is what we're gonna see. It kind of gets the whole picture. You can see all of the main elements. So let's start by walking around the space. So you can see the island. We've got millwork on the far side by the stove, and then we have the open seating. We've got 4 seats with pendant lights. So that's gonna be more of our informal eating area. Then we've got the kitchen sink with the dishwasher, all cabinet drawers at the bottom, some upper cabinets, creating this nice little frame for the window we'll have an accent light above the window too for a little kitchen jewelry. And then we are gonna move to the stove wall. Again, we were trying to create this statement stove piece. So we have a 4-foot range hood. It's gonna be plastered, kind of ground this wall, make it a feature element. Really looking forward to that, with some pot drawers below. Have stone backsplash on the whole kitchen, which we're really excited about. Here is our new storage wall. So we've got our appliance pantry, our fridge moved over so that it's clear of the island, and then the rest of our food pantry. So we've got the cabinets on the countertop with drawers below. This is 4.5 feet of storage, so this is going to be a lot of pantry storage, and we're looking forward to it because our pantry is currently full and we eat at home all the time and love to cook. And then we're going to move over to this little nook. So this is going to be our coffee bar and liquor bar. We're going to have all of our stemware in these glass cabinets. Going to have our coffee machine and just some open shelving. Again, we might have a light there, little kitchen jewelry. Now we're gonna move and just take a look at that island. So we've got this almost 10-foot island, which is really gonna anchor the space and be the center of the kitchen. Cannot wait to cook and congregate in this area. Thanks for joining us to walk through our existing kitchen and our proposed kitchen renovation. In the next video, we will be going through more of the specific products that we're going to be using for our kitchen, such as like the cabinets, the countertop, and the appliances. We'll also be looking at a high-level budget for the entire project and kind of like a high-level timeline. So as always, if you like this video, please thumbs up and subscribe, and we will see you next time.